Eruv Tavshilin. Next week we're coming to Rosh Hashana. Bezat Hashem. It's going to be Wednesday night starting and going Thursday, Friday, and Shabbat. 3 days together, all together, right? We have so it's a long holiday. So a person has to get ready for all these things, make sure that he's ready to do everything. But just want to tell you a few things, that since it falls 2 days of Yom Tov and then Shabbat, so we're going to have to make Eruv Tavshilin, on right before the holiday, on Wednesday, Eruv Tavshilin. How do you make Eruv Tavshilin? How do you do it? And what's the purpose of it? The purpose of it is that if you make Eruv Tavshilin, now on Yom Shishi, on Friday, you can cook, for Shabbat. This is the thing, right? So not everybody's able to make all the food before, Yom Tov for 3 days. It's hard sometimes to make. So what you have to do is, right, make the Eruv. And this way, on Yom Shishi, you can cook for Shabbat, make whatever you need for Shabbat. Even though it's Rosh Hashana, it's Yom Tov, doesn't matter, you can still cook. So how do you do it? How do you cook for Shabbat? Right? What you do is, you have to buy a memorial candle, right? Which is going to last 2 days. This memorial candle, you have it lit all the time. And then what you do is, if you want to light your stove, you want to light your gas or whatever, or you want to light your oven, so you take the flame from the memorial candle, and you put it over to the gas, right, and you light from there like this. You're not allowed to use the electronic starter, in the gas. You have to light it from existing flame, But b'diavad, if you by mistake, the starter put the fire on, you can use it. It's not the end of the world. It's you're allowed to use that flame if it happened by accident, by mistake. Mechila, what were you saying?
No, I said H to H.
Yeah, Esh to Esh, yeah, of course. But, as we said, right? B'diavad, if the starter lit the gas, he can use the gas. It's not a problem. But l'chatchila, what you should do is move it from one place to another, right? From the memorial candle, move it to the gas. Sometimes, it doesn't work out so good, Sometimes you press it too much and then it comes on by itself, So, okay, whatever. We do the best we can. But the point is, right, that we want to cook for Shabbat. Not everybody, as we said, right, can do everything before Yom Tov for 3 days. It's hard to do that. So how do you make the Eruv? If you don't make the Eruv, you can't do this, So you got a problem. So how do you make the Eruv? You take something cooked, like egg, betzah, hard-boiled egg, or some other, cooked dish, whatever. It could be some fish, whatever, right? Anything you want to use, whatever you want to use. Take something cooked, a little bit kazait, a little bit, right? And also 1 piece of bread, right? Both of them, kazait like this, kazait this, the 2 of them. You put them on the plate, and you're going to say, right, in the Siddur, you're going to find, right? It says over there in the Siddur, right, this is going to be your Eruv, you're going to say, right, in a language you understand. If you don't understand Hebrew, so say it in the language you understand. Whatever, right, whatever. It doesn't matter which language you say, as long as you understand what you're saying. And you're going to make a bracha also, right, a blessing. Al mitzvat Eruv. Pick it up, make the Eruv, and now, as we said, right, you're going to be able to cook for Shabbat, right, and also to make all the preparations you need to make, whatever it is, right. So what about candles? What do we do over there? So the truth is, right, we have 3 days. So each day you're supposed to light candles, for 3 days. So what does that mean? On Wednesday, right, you're going to light candles, or Wednesday night. You're going to light candles for the first day of Yom Tov. And then, if you have a memorial candle, like I told you, right, to take from the existing flame, now you can also light more another candles. You can light also Thursday night. When the Yom Tov comes in. When the Yom Tov comes in already, you can't do it early, Thursday night. You have to wait till the Yom Tov comes in. So, like, after Arvit, like that, right, when it gets dark. Then you light the Yom Tov candles, and you take it from an existing flame, and your memorial candle, right? Take it from here and bring it over there, and you make a blessing, right? Le'adik mitzvah nerot shel Yom Tov. Right? This is the le'adik nerot shel Yom Tov. It's not Shabbat yet, right? And then on Yom Shishi, on Friday, you're gonna do another one, right, for Shabbat. That's what you do, right? So when do you do that?
No.
I'm sorry.
No sheheyanu the first night.
Yes. So the thing is, the shechianu, we make it with the kiddush. Yeah, that's the thing. But some ladies, they like to do it with the candles, So, there are different minhagim. But I think it's better, to do with the kiddush, the shechianu. This way, it comes out nice and clean. But whatever, it's all good. If she has a custom like that to do shechianu with the candles, she can do that too. It's okay, But for Shabbat, right, you don't need any shechianu, because this is for Shabbat. It's not for Yom Tov, So what are you gonna do? Again, right? Take from your memorial candle, and light for candles for Shabbat, and that's what you do, right? Le'adik ner shel Shabbat, right? The first one's gonna be ner shel Yom Tov, right? The first 2 days, and then le'adik ner shel Shabbat is gonna be for Shabbat. That's the way it works, right? That's the way it comes out. But you got to do that before Shabbat. On Shabbat, you're going to light candles on Shabbat, right? You can't do that, right? On Yom Tov you can light candles, but Shabbat you cannot light candles. There's no, right? So if it's too late, right? You missed it. But the truth is, here's the thing. It's been something interesting,
Friday is holiday?
I'm sorry?
Friday is holiday?
Yeah, it's 2 days. Yeah, 2 days of Rosh Hashana, right? 2 days of Yom Tov, yeah. Another thing, by the way, the Chazal tell us, it's important to know, that, we should, Yom Tov is a holiday. But because it's Rosh Hashanah, Yom Adin, so it's not like any other Yom Tov. It's a little bit different. We have to be a little bit more serious, Rosh Hashanah, Don't get too crazy like Yom Tov, Drink some, shots, vodka, too much, It's not proper for you. It's Yom Adin, you know what I mean? You're being judged on this day, you know what I mean? So don't get drunk, and go crazy, It's not proper to be like that. And also they say, don't eat too much also, Don't fill up your stomach, until you're like, bloated, for Rosh Hashanah. It's not proper. You have to eat good, nice, good, but not too good. Don't go too crazy, Yeah, Rosh Hashanah is not like Sukkot. It's not like, Pesach. It's not like that. Rosh Hashanah is Yom Adin, So Yom Adin, you have to be serious a little bit. Yeah.
You sleep during the day?
Good question. Yeah, it's a good question he's asking, right? What about the sleeping? So the truth is, right, that for sure at night you can sleep, right? no problem. You can sleep at night as much as you want. That's not the issue, right? The only problem is during the daytime. So what's the problem, right? It says in the Gemara Yushalmi, right? It says over there, right? Man de damich berosh Hashanah, damich mazale. That's what it says, So what does this mean, right? That if you sleep on Rosh Hashanah in the daytime, your mazal will sleep all year. You'll be sleeping, your mazal. We don't want that, right? No good, right? You want your mazal to be alive, to be awake, right? So it's not good, right? Why is that, by the way? What's the reason why? What's so bad about sleeping? What? I'm a human being, I can't sleep. What's the problem?
It's not great, not sleeping.
You know what it is? The problem is like this, that there's a bet din, in Shamayim. They're judging you. You know what I mean? And when they're judging you, you are sleeping, it's not kavod, it's like you're not in the picture, you know what I mean? Can you imagine, like it happened, I think, to the president, Trump, one time, he came to the court, and he was like falling asleep over there a little bit, he's old already, what can he do, he's not a young man, sometimes, dozing a little bit, yeah, dozing, it happens, what can he do, what happens, but the truth is, right, that it's not kavod. You come to the bet din, and you're sleeping, and the judges, they're doing a court case there, not kavod, and also they're gonna say this guy, he's not even involved, so they're gonna judge you even more harshly. Your mazal is no good because of this. Your mazal is gonna sleep. So that's why, they say, don't sleep during Rosh Hashanah in the daytime because of this reason, because they're judging you at that time.
For 2 days.
2 days, yeah. But here's the thing. Now we have to understand a little bit better, right? So the thing is that this is what it says in Yerushalmi. It's brought down in Shulchan Aruch also, this thing. But in the Arizal, it says about the Arizal, that he would sleep on Rosh Hashanah. But when, right? Only after Chatzot Hayom, What is Chatzot Hayom? Midday, right? So midday, now it's like about 12:45, 12:40, So after that, he would sleep. What's the reason why? What is this? Why did he do that? Well, he doesn't know the Gemara, Yerushalmi? He didn't read it? What happened, right? He didn't know? No, he knew for sure, but you know what he said? He used to say like this, right? That the Bet Din and Shamayim, they're only open until Chatzot. After the Chatzot, they close the Bet Din. I mean, so therefore, this is the reason why. This is the reason why we don't have to worry about that. So you can sleep after Chatzot. So what does that mean? You go home, and you have your seudah, right? After the synagogue, and you eat, and then you can take a nap because it's already after Chatzot. So no problem, right? Only before Chatzot, according to the Arizal. You can rely on that, of course, no problem. There's also other Chachamim who say a little bit different things. There's one Chacham, Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, one of the big poskim. He passed away already 20 years ago, whatever it was, right? He was a big Ashkenazi Chacham. He said something interesting. He said, like if you if you are sleeping at night, and then the morning came, and you didn't wake up, when it was already Orot HaShachar, Amud HaShachar. You didn't wake up so early. He says it's not so bad. Why? Because you didn't go to sleep, you were already sleeping, not so bad, he says, Okay, whatever, that's a nice thing to say, whatever, but the truth is, if you want to be really, right, if you want to be really, makpid about this, the proper way, what you should do? Try to get up before Orot HaShachar, this is the best way to do it, if you can, or at least, before Netzach Hama, before sunrise, right? So, what time is sunrise now? It's late, it's like 6:45,
Almost 7.
Yeah, 6:45. Today was 6:46. Netzach Hama, So at least that much, but Amud HaShachar is even better, like let's say, like 5:30. If you can get up by then, this is the best way to do, before Amud HaShachar to get up. So this way you're not sleeping. That's the way. So if you can stay up for 6 hours, from Netzach Hama or HaShachar until Chatzot, you did the mitzvah properly. That's it, right? You don't have to do more than that. Then after, you're good. Yeah.
What about the people who play Nes Minyan?
Ashrechem, you're the best. What can I tell you? Whoever prays next minyan is the best. Of course, there's nothing better than that, right? So
Talk about time-wise.
But same thing. You have to get up as like everybody else. I mean, that's why a lot of people, you should know, by the way, or especially in Eretz Israel, all the Sfaradim, over there in Eretz Israel, the people who are serious about about Torah, about Yirat Shamayim, they all do on Rosh Hashana. Nets. Everybody prays nets, Rosh Hashana. Why? Because they want to get up early, and not come here 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock till too late to 8 o'clock. Well, Rosh Hashana. There's Yom Adin, you want to play 8 o'clock? Shachrit? That's so good, This is lazy, lazy guy, Well, come on, You got to take it a little bit more seriously. 8 o'clock is too late for Rosh Hashana. That's the thing, right? So you got to know what you're doing a little bit, right? ברוך ה' לעולם, אמן ואמן. רבי חנניה בן הקדשי אומר, רצה הקדוש ברוך הוא לעזור לישראל, לפיכך הכיר בא להם תורה ומצוות, שנאמר אדוני חפש, למען צדקו יגדיל תורה וידיר.